Hello everyone, myself Prit Bhikhchandani from class 9th B, and today I'm going to explain the topic cell wall. So now cell wall. First of all, the very common thing about cell wall is that it's just present in plant cell. Yes, it's not present in any other regular cell, it's just present in plant cell. And plant cell is and the cell wall is an external or extra covering of the plant cell. Cell wall is the extra or external covering, means it's an extra plus an external covering of the plant cell. Let me show you a diagram of a plant cell. This is a diagram of the plant cell. There is a cell wall and there is a cell membrane. So now, in any other regular cell, if you see it rather than a plant cell, so what happens is there is just cell membrane present. There is no any more covering around the cell. The last thing is a cell membrane. And if the cell wall is present, that cell is for sure of a plant cell. So this is the cell wall, and this is the cell membrane, and this cell wall is made up of cellulose. This cell wall is made up of substance that is cell, which is known as cellulose. So what happens when this plant cell start losing water by the process of osmosis? So now, what is osmosis? So, osmosis means the movement of a water from the region of a higher concentration to the region of a lower concentration, that is through the semi-permeable membrane, that is known as the osmosis. Right? So, when this plant cell start losing water by the process of osmosis, there is some shrinkage or contraction of the cell wall. Yes, and this phenomena is known as phimosis. So now, this plant cell allows some, substances like fungi, bacteria to burst out when they are kept in any hypotonic solution too. So now, let me tell you what is hypotonic solution. Hypotonic solution means where the solute is more than the solvent. That is known as hypotonic solution. So what these plant cell do, that when in a cell like any fungi cell or any bacteria cell is kept in any hypotonic solution, it will not burst out. Yes, isn't it amazing? It will not burst out, because if you keep any cell in a hypotonic solution, it will burst out. But if you keep any plant cell in a hypotonic solution, it will not burst out. This is because of this cell wall. So what happens, the pressure starts creating inside the cell membrane, but because of the presence of the cell wall, the cell will not burst out. There would be some pressure going inside, there would be some pressure going inside this cell membrane, but it will not at all burst out because it has the external covering of a cell wall. And that's when this cell wall is really important for the plant cell. Let me now show you a diagram of this plant cell, like what it has. It has first cell wall, cell membrane, then this is known as mitochondria, then these are ribosomes, cytoplasm, central vacuole, then this is chloroplast, and here this side, this is endoplasmic reticulum, and this is nucleus. So these all things are present in the plant cell, and today I have told about just the cell wall. So now let me give you one more time a brief information about this cell wall. So first thing we learned that it is just present in plant cell, not any regular other cell. Second, this cell wall is made up of cellulose. Yes, you have to remember that this cell wall is just made up of cellulose. Third point, and whenever there is a shrinkage, this plant cell have a when the water starts losing by the process of osmosis. I told you what is osmosis. That is the movement of water from higher concentration to lower concentration to semi-permeable membrane. So when the plant cells start losing by the water by the process of osmosis, there's a contraction or shrinkage of the cell wall, and that phenomena is known as phospholysis. That phenomena is known as plasmolysis. And cell wall allows some plants like fungi, bacteria to not to burst out when they're kept in hypotonic solutions, especially. And this hypotonic solution means where the solute is more than the solvent, not to burst out. This is because there's some pressure created inside this cell membrane, but because of the presence of the cell wall, the cell will not burst out. The pressure will keep exerting inside the cell membrane, but it will not burst out because it has the external covering cell wall. Yes, and that is about the cell wall. Thank you so much.